Welcome back to my train room and to my YouTube channel. If you recall, in last week's episode we got the walls and roof detailed. This week I'm going to be building porches to go around the front and back of the house. So follow along and I'll show you what I've been doing. Well, yesterday I got the roof finished. My camera cut out when I was nearly done. This morning I've been working on the wraparound porch. I built the deck up. I scribed 2 pieces of basswood. I put a frame around the outside. I mitered the corner and I stiffened the back with some thin card. That fits in there. Although the plans show it at floor level, I'm going to move it down about a scale 6 inches because no one in their right mind builds a deck at floor level. They need to be 1 step below, otherwise snow and rain becomes a problem. It gets into the house. So that will go there. What I've got to do is build the top frame, put the posts on. Instead of putting a post underneath and another one on top, what I'm going to do is notch the outer frame and have them go all the way through. I think that's the only way they're going to be strong enough. Okay, I've cut all my notches for the posts. Some of them are really tight fit, others not quite so much. Tight fit's good because it will hold its shape. And I've drawn up this jig on a piece of styrene. The reason for doing styrene is that the wood glue won't stick it. And then what I've got is an oversized beam at the top. I'm going to get these posts in and glue it all together. Well, despite having a spot of bother getting the pieces to sit together the first time round, once I turned the camera off I was able to do it. It might be leaning in just a touch, but I can twist it enough. I've also started on the back deck. It's 1 step behind, but it's a much smaller deck, so it'll be easily caught up. With this post leaning slightly, I'm going to have to leave that. I can't attach this yet. If it was leaning the other way, I could leave a gap and then clamp it, but this way I'm going to have to glue that on and then push it out. I'm going to let those go hard and then come back to it. Let's work on the small back deck. Okay, once again, it's a case of bugger off and let it set up. Well, I think that's working out okay. I've just finished gluing the porch together. I've got a little bit more glue in that corner to cut away. I hadn't noticed that before. I've trimmed the ends off. That fits around there. I've got to work on some railings, steps and a roof. I think the railings and the steps go in now, and then I paint it, and then I attach the building and then put the roof on afterwards, because I need to make sure I don't block my brush out and end up with something that can't be painted. And then the back porch, just a tiny one, just goes here. Right. Next thing I got to do is figure out where the steps go. Well, this is what the main porch looks like with the railings installed. And here's the back porch. Next thing I gotta do is put the steps on. I think those railings are very fragile. I have laser cut stair stringers. Unsure what pitch to get, I bought 3 different ones. Here they are, they're so tiny. I think I'm going to go for the shallowest ones. I also have treads and an assembly jig. Well, I made one set of stairs yesterday. The second set I had left in the jig overnight. And now I have one little piece of stringer left to make the third set. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it at this range because it's so tiny, but I cut the bottom off horizontally. I count the right number of treads, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I cut the top end vertically, and then I repeat that, make 2 more. Each of the long stringers in the kit is long enough to make 5 of the short ones, so I have enough material for 1 error, and so far I've managed to avoid that error. So that's how much material I have left over, which is why I had a brief moment of concern as to whether I'd bought enough. And that one's broken, so last chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If another one breaks, I'll be in a spot of bother. This is the 3rd time I've used this jig, and it's getting looser now than it was. And I have to get some treads. Need a spot of glue. That's about 20 times as much as I need. And now what I'm going to do is put a tiny dot on each of the 3 stringers. And I put the tread on. The first couple of treads I found are more difficult than the others, because once I have 2 of them in place, they will tend to hold everything together. And there is my set of steps. So once again I have to leave the room and let that set up, and I will be right back. I was thinking last night, I put the 2 side railings on this back deck, and then I remembered that stairs don't come off the front, they come off the side, so I've got to take these off and do them again. Fortunately I have plenty of railing material in this pack, because I have to take both off so that I can attach the new one in a single piece, because otherwise they will foul each other in the corner. And then what I've got to do is put a bend in here in the right place, which is there. Well, I have my deck and my stairs. I've just cleaned up the steps. go one each end. Now because the gluing area is very small here and they'll easily get bumped, I'm going to pin them. I've got this soft floral wire. I've already drilled the ends of the deck and I'm going to put two pieces in. I'm going to glue them in and then glue them down the bottom of the stairs. I'm using the soft floral wire because I can easily bend it to the right angle without risking destroying the deck. Brass wire would probably be too stiff for that. I've already drilled the holes. I've started by bending these two down to where I think is the right angle, and now I can push the stairs up on them, get it to the right place. I think I'm going to cut my wires off a little bit shorter because they're way longer than they need to be. This is why I left those wires long before, because it's easy to cut them off, it's not easy to extend them. This is gel type super glue because I know there's going to be some gaps to fill. I've got the porch steps attached. I've put it with the top step flush with the deck. That's not the normal way of doing it, but that's what the drawing showed. Normally you'd put the top tread one step down so that the edge of the deck becomes the top step. Anyway, that's the way he wanted it. Also, if I was doing it to my own design, I would have made the steps the full width of the deck instead of just 4 feet wide, but once again that's what the drawing showed. I've already deviated from the drawing in a few areas out of necessity, so I don't want to deviate any more than I have to. Anyway, that's about all I can do to the deck before I get it painted, because I can't put the roof on until it's glued in place because there's nothing to support the roof, and once it's in place I won't be able to paint the railings. Be difficult enough to paint the inside of the deck, so I'm going to have to start working on some painting now. This is that awkward time of the project where I'm going alternately between painting and assembly. That's one of the reasons I like having such a big workbench, because I can spread myself out into multiple work areas. Well, that's all for this week. This video is already getting plenty long enough. Next week I will finish the structure. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you then. Bye for now.